Well, my name's Avery Garcia.
And I'm Jordan Lansdale.
And we've been engaged since May, and we've been attending First Mansfield for almost 2 years.
When me and Avery graduated from high school, we knew that we wanted to find something that was our own church family that was outside of what we grew up in and what we met in. And we stumbled across First Mansfield, and we actually came the day that y'all launched lunch, which was just really fun. And we just felt super convicted and knew that it was where we wanted to be, so we just kept coming.
When we first came to First Mansfield and it was the very first message about launch, we both kind of looked at each other and we were like, oh, we picked the wrong Sunday to come, you know. And so before we knew anyone, before we knew what the church was about, we were like, okay, like, this is a pretty interesting topic to talk about. You know, you can go one way or the other with it. And I think with both of us just coming from the security of our families to entering our own independence, I never really gave tithing much of a thought because my parents took care of it, in my eyes, or at least our family would take care of it together. And so it was interesting for me because I was finally given a message of like, oh, now it's my time to, you know, manage the things God has given me. The first message was very convicting for me, and I wanted to jump right in, even without even knowing anyone at the church.
Something that I'm taking with me through Launch is that it was never mine in the first place. And that's something that Launch has pressed into us for a while, is we're managing this money that was never ours. It's God's over and over and over again. And I think that that's going to affect the way that we look at finances is, you know, getting married in the next few months it's not our money, it's God's money. What are we going to do with it? I think that that's going to change the way that we look at our finances from the beginning of marriage, which I think is going to help in the long run our marriage be more fruitful.
Coming into a new season of life of us getting ready to get married and, you know, spending a lot more time together and making a lot more important decisions together, I definitely am going to take with me of just being more generous to my spouse, more generous with my time, and just learning how to give God even something like marriage over to Him. And I think it's going to be an easier transition because of this.
Seeing worship anywhere, you know, like that was, everyone wants like the big mega church, like, oh, we've got the coolest stuff and we've got the nicest worship center, but finding our church family in a little rinky-dink gym, you know, with lines on the floor and, you know, chairs that just kind of connect together. I think that created a reminder that God works anywhere.
Now that it's completed, it's like, wow, like look what God has done through all of us, and you know, it's like look where we went and look where we are now. And so it's just it's a great reminder that not only is God going to get each of us personally through things, but the church, He's going to get us all where we need to get.
It's really cool to see that, like, firsthand. Mm-hmm. We started in the gym, and God blessed us with what we gave back to Him, what was already His.
I would just encourage anyone that's even remotely interested in giving to lean into that and talk to people around you and pray about it and ask God, okay, this is something that you're putting on my heart. How do you want me to do that? And even if it's something that seems very uncertain, lean into that, because just from personal experience, God's going to get you there. And it's not going to be because of you, it's because of Him. So just trust Him and lean into that.